Hi, everybody. It's Dr. Melynda Connor here. I just finished my Tuesday, Thursday class, and based on the feedback I was getting from them, and the questions that I'm receiving via email, I've decided to give you a little overview of the research report and proposal assignment, and to share a few things with you. I'm going to share my screen. I hope everybody's doing well. I know it's a busy time. So let's just do our best and know that you can reach out to me anytime. I can figure out how to share. Just give me a second. Okay, so I'm sharing the screen. Let's get over here to class. Remember, this paper, this research report and proposal is going to be an APA formatted document. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. You don't have to include any photos. You will have to include one graph at least, and you might want 2 or 3, right? But that's just up to you as to how you demonstrate your understanding of the data. But I want to remind you that it is an APA, and then in the Getting Started module, you've got the Formatting Your Paper APA PowerPoint to help you out. You also have the APA paper template that you can just download and start filling in, okay? So don't make things harder on yourself. This is about showing that you can use data to drive some decision-making. For an organization, you're going to be doing this a lot in work, probably more than you think that you will. Well, of course, depending on what your work is, but generally in business, we do a lot of research reports and proposals because we do focus on data-driven decisions. We don't want to just make decisions willy-nilly, right? We need something to support our decisions, and that's what we're doing here. So then we go down to module 7, and you'll notice that the team about, let's see, sorry, the Business 2000 class survey results are going to be there. Each class probably looks a little different, but it's all in module 7. It might just say survey results, fall 23. I didn't title them all the same, but essentially that's where you'll find your survey PowerPoint and with all the different questions, right? So all the results are there. This is the data that we will use to begin our, to base our research report on. All right. So then we go back to module 7 and we go into the assignments. Module 7 assignments. And I want you to look at the instructions first. Okay, research report and proposal project instructions. And this takes care of all the stuff we've done so far. And we're on part 6 now. Construct a research report, just 2 to 3 pages to discuss the findings of the class survey. Include 2 sources from the APSU library. And you just need to be able to find those sources through the library. You might find them on Google Scholar, or you might find them somewhere else. But if you can go through the library to access them, then that's great. I just want you guys to make sure that you understand how to use the library, okay? And then after you do your report, you'll compose a proposal, 1 to 2 pages for a change in business communication processes within some organization or department here at APSU based on those survey findings. It can be career services, it could be dining, it could be an organization you're a part of, whether it's a fraternity or a sorority or peacemakers or what have you. It could be the College of Business, or if you're part of another college, it could be for that. So just realize your proposal is up to you as to what you propose. Okay. Now in the criteria, we talk about how to do it. So down here, follow the examples in chapter 13. You read chapter 13 last module, 12 and 13. Those are what are going to inform your research proposal and your research report. So make sure you're considering what audience you're presenting to, which is for the report, it's the APSU College of Business, and it might be the curriculum committee. We'll go over that in just a second because I've got that in notes. Format your APA report properly with the following sections. We need an executive summary That is like an abstract. You will write that at the end. You construct your report and then you create your executive summary. Don't try to start with it because it'll get you all discombobulated. So don't write your executive summary till the end, but it is at the beginning of the report. Okay, then you'll have a section for background and purpose, your key findings with a graphic representing the data, and your conclusion and your references. I will also post APA references for our data slides and our textbook, and the Pumble article I think may already be there, but I'll put it in here as well. Make sure you fact check and proofread your paper. Do not submit something to me that has a bunch of errors in it. That will not bode well for you. Cite your sources appropriately and utilize your plain language and smart brevity principles, common words, short sentences, and don't tell me things I already know. I don't need to know what I already know. Just leave your word count for your information. Don't repeat yourself. And then include one graph that represents the survey findings. I have on here as a whole, and that's great. But I understand if you're going to focus on a particular topic that you may not, that your graphs may be specifically for that topic. Okay. I'm okay if that's the case. Then be sure to add alt info and a caption for your graph. Make at least one reasonable recommendation supported by your findings, and don't exceed 3 pages. Then for your proposal, refer to chapter 13. There's an example on page 405. Include an executive summary, the current situation, proposed recommendations, and a time frame and resources that you see that you might need to enact that proposal. Okay, and then close with a few sentences that summarize and don't exceed 2 pages. Submit both the report and the proposal in one Word doc. Okay. Now this video here is not available anymore, the one I wanted. So my apologies there, just ignore that. Okay. Now back over here at module 7 assignments, you will see I have additional notes in the submission area. Okay. Let's move that so we can see. So we want, our research question is, what information should APSU business communication courses include to best prepare students for today's workplace? Now, why do you need the research question? Because that's what you're answering in your report. Okay. And I'm not asking you to tell me everything that needs to be included. I'm asking you to focus on 1 or 2 items, okay, that you see are important for the business communication class going forward. All right. And then, like I say, focus your research on 1 or 2 elements of information, which you see the data revealing is important to include based on student responses, published statistics. Those published statistics are coming from that Pumble article about communication in the workplace statistics. So based on what you've learned there in that discussion question we had, and what you see from our student responses to the survey, and then any other published information, such as what employers are looking for in business graduates, in your 2 sources. And it might be, you know, what other schools incorporate into their business communication course. I'm okay with that, right? But use student responses, published statistics, and other published information. Okay. When you analyze your data in your analysis, make sure that you begin looking at it through the lens of the survey question that you had, that you were assigned. Now, you don't have to stick with that. You can pivot and do different questions if that's more interesting to you. I'm okay with that. Just start there. You know, it's just a place to start as you analyze. And I'm not saying write all this down. I'm just saying, as you analyze, that's an activity before you write. Then you will examine the survey results for similar questions that relate. As you took the survey, you probably noticed that there were several questions that were kind of similar. So make sure you include all of those in your analysis if you are picking a topic that has questions that relate and not just one question. Okay, and then explore the Humble article and see what statistics are happening or showing in the workplace based on communication. Okay. With sources, you're going to have 5 sources, and I'll put, like I say, I'll put you the APA formatted citations for those, and I'll probably stick it right here. Okay. So utilize your textbook, the Humble article, and 2 sources found in the library. List the class survey data presentation as a reference as well. You're getting 2 to 3 double spaced pages is 600 to 750 words. 1 to 2 for your proposal is 350 to 500 words. So I hope that helps. And then make sure that you have a title page and a references page. Those do not count in the word count. All right. So you'll have 1 Word document, title page, research report, references. New title page for the proposal, and then references. Okay. It'll test your ability to insert page breaks and things like that. Okay. And I've given you who your audiences are, or who your audience is for the report. It is the College of Business Curriculum Committee. And for the proposal, it depends on who you're making the proposal to. You know, if it's parking, you know, or whatever. It just address it to the department for which you are proposing a change. Okay, so let's see, what else do we need to know? That's going over the assignment instructions. Email me with any questions. I want to be able to grade error-free, great papers, right? That makes it a lot smoother for me. So I would rather answer questions than get a messy submission and see you not do well. Because my goal is your success, right? And let's see. I will be creating a rubric as well. I'll insert the citations and I'll be creating the rubric either today or tomorrow. By tomorrow evening, it'll be done and it'll be available to you. I have also decided to give you something else to be thankful for. Rather than this assignment being due on Tuesday, the 21st, which is just a few days from now, I have decided to make it due on the 28th, which is after Thanksgiving. I was trying not to have you do anything over your Thanksgiving break because I'm sure you have plenty of other things to do. However, if you would like to take the extra time, then you may. And I'm changing the due date to 1 week later, 11/28, and that's a Tuesday. Okay. So if you have any questions, please reach out. Don't make this harder than it needs to be. It's just, hey, we did this study. This is what we found. And this is what I think we should do based on those results. That's kind of what it is. So I care about you. I hope you're having a good week, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Good, better, best. Never let it rest until your good is better and your better is best. You guys got this. Talk to you soon.